Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving deep into a topic that affects so many people, yet it remains misunderstood. Social anxiety disorder. If you have ever felt overwhelmed or panicked by a social situation, this video is for you. I'll be walking you through what social anxiety disorder truly is, what causes it, and most importantly, some practical strategies and treatment that can help you or someone you care about manage and overcome it. Let's start with understanding what social anxiety disorder is. It's a condition characterized by an intense fear of social situations where someone might feel scrutinized or judged by others. But it's more than just feeling shy or nervous. Social anxiety can lead to serious avoidance behavior that interfere with daily life, whether it's avoiding eye contact or turning down invitations or even feeling physically ill at the thought of being in public. Now, before diving into the treatment, let's discuss what social anxiety disorder looks like in everyday life. People with this condition might fear public speaking, avoid meeting new people, or even panic about simple things like eating in public or using public restrooms. These fears come from deeply held beliefs, like the fear of rejection, the belief that everyone is judging them or feeling like they'll embarrass themselves in front of other people. Social anxiety disorder doesn't just come out of nowhere. It has multiple potential causes. Genetics. There's a genetic component to social anxiety disorder, meaning it can run in families. People who are naturally introverted or have an overactive behavioral inhibition system are more likely to develop this condition. Biological factors. Some research indicates that people with social anxiety may have deficiency in GABA, a neurotransmitter that helps calm our nerves. Trauma and learned behavior. Social anxiety disorder can also result from past experiences of rejection or bullying or humiliation, leading the person to associate the social situations with shame or discomfort. The association can happen directly or even vicariously by observing someone else being embarrassed. One of the most frustrating parts of social anxiety disorder is how it perpetuates itself. Before a social situation, someone with social anxiety might expect rejection, leading to negative self-talk like, "I'm bored," or "I'll embarrass myself." During the event, this fear leads to behavior like avoiding eye contact or staying quiet, which can make social situations more awkward than they need to be. Afterwards, a person often ruminates, replaying every perceived mistake over and over. This pattern is self-reinforcing because the more they avoid the situation, the more anxious they feel about them. And each time they avoid a situation, they're confirmed the belief that social interactions are something to fear. So, what can be done about social anxiety disorder? Thankfully, there are highly effective treatments out there. Cognitive behavioral therapy, this is one of the most effective treatment for social anxiety. CBT helps you examine and challenge the negative beliefs that fuel your anxiety. For example, you might learn to question the assumptions that everyone is judging you, or realize that most people are too focused on themselves to be scrutinizing you. Exposure therapy. With exposure therapy, you gradually face the situations you fear in a controlled way. You might start by simply imagining the social situation, then work your way up in engaging in real-life interaction. You and your therapist would create an exposure hierarchy, starting with less anxiety-provoking situations and working to the most challenging ones. Assertiveness training. Most people with social anxiety disorder struggle with passive communication style. Assertiveness training helps you express yourself in a way that is respectful yet direct. You'll learn how to set boundaries, share your thoughts and feelings, and say no when needed, all of which can boost your confidence in social situations. Behavioral experiments. These are small steps you conduct, or rather tests that you can conduct to see your fears come true. For example, if you fear that people will judge you, you're nervous, you might deliberately act a little awkward and see how people respond. Often these experiments show that your fears are exaggerated and others are more understanding than you think. Even after successful treatment, social anxiety can sometimes creep back in. That's why it's important to create a relapse prevention plan. This could be something like if-then plan, where you identify your triggers and pre-plan the healthy responses. For instances, if you know that work events are stressful, you can prepare a few conversation starters or plan to take a quick break if you feel overwhelmed. So how can you take steps toward overcoming social anxiety disorder? Small steps. Push yourself just a little outside your comfort zone. And remember that fear you feel is temporary. Over time, you find that what seems unbearable becomes manageable. Also, working with a mental health professional who specializes in anxiety disorders can make all the difference. If this video resonates with you or someone you're struggling with social anxiety, know that you're not alone and there are effective ways to manage this. Therapy can provide you with tools and support you with a personalized plan that guides you step by step through the recovery. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this deep delve into social anxiety disorder gave you some valuable insights, and if you find this information helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who might benefit it. Also, let me know in the comment what's one social situation that makes you nervous and how do you cope with it. Let's support each other. Thank you.